Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Pemko number 101A. This is what's called a threshold cap is what it is. This has a neat purpose in the sense that it's a threshold cap in the sense that this is usually attached on top of an existing saddle type threshold. It could also and has also been used as a threshold itself because of how it operates. This is just one part of this two-part system. This is an interlock is what it is. So you get the aluminum extrusion here, okay? And let me pull up what the different finishes are. Okay, so we've got that price list pulled up, the different finishes. A on the 101 means mill aluminum finish, and that is exactly what you're faced with here, what you're looking at. You can also get this in an aluminum base material as the BDG, a bright dip gold, which will be a shiny metallic sort of gold, a D finish, which is dark bronze anodized, and then a G finish, which is a matte gold finish. Also, you can get this in solid architectural bronze, which most people refer to just simply as brass. And onto that base material, you can have it mill, which is what it looks like as it's extruded in its raw form. You can do it in satin brass finish, polished brass finish, and then also an oil-rubbed bronze as well. Now, I said earlier this is a system. Well, here's the other part. That is the J-hook. This is a piece of white coat galvanized steel that gets nailed to the bottom of the door, is where that goes. Okay. And the typical installation, and I have seen this installed just as an interlock threshold in a residential application, kitchen door that used to be the exterior, but now there's a sunroom outside, and they've pulled that out and need some weather stripping because the sunroom's not HVAC controlled, so they want something low profile. Yet interlocking to provide the weather strip. That's a typical application. Or people will take a standard threshold and then want to turn it into an interlock threshold and simply take this and cap it on top of the existing threshold. So the way the system works, when this is nailed to the bottom of the door, that door comes and closes and goes just like that. Okay? An incredibly positive mechanical seal, and an incredibly effective seal is what I mean to say. Very effective seal. This mechanical sort of interlock. Interlocking thresholds are preferred by people because of the longevity of the installation. The material just works and works over time. Nothing to really fatigue because it's all metal. There's no vinyl or silicone or neoprene scraping against the floor. You've got this here interlocked. Okay. Now the J strip, the J hook or the hook strip. You can see why we call it a J when you use your imagination there. Nailed to the bottom of the door, and nails are included. The threshold cap, as they call it, also includes screws. They look like they're about a number 10 by 1 inch. Okay. Now, there's an image below this video showing the important dimensional properties of it. Let's go over that now. From that image, you can see that the threshold is 1 1/8 inch wide, and then you have an overall height of 5/16. Okay. The J hook, or the hook strip, just for the sake of measuring it, about 15/16, maybe 7/8, and overall is about a 1/4 inch. Now the key with this is you've got 5/16 of an inch on the height of your threshold. Because of the bird's mouth sort of preparation here, you know, if your undercut is going to be between, well, 7/16 would be really good from the bottom of the door to the top of the bottom of the door to the floor, where you can fit all of this in, because you've got a little bit of wiggle room there. 7/16 would be a good in-between sort of dimension. So before you buy this system, you're going to want to be sure that you've got that 5/16 plus the clearance for the hook strip in order for it to work effectively. So you want to verify that. This system is available in all lengths, really, from 2 foot to 8 foot in the website. Anything longer than 4 foot and longer will generally have 2 hook strips included. We're assuming you're doing a double door. If it is a 4 foot, well, it wouldn't matter. You could cut the hook strip in half, but you could indicate if it was a 4 foot and you were doing a pair of 2 foot doors, indicate in the comment field, ship this out as 2 24-inch hook strips. If you have need for a custom length, by all means, let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces, and indicate simply in the comment field what length you'd like for us to cut the material back to. Now the reasoning is, well, it's not too big of a deal to cut that aluminum back, but if this was a, let's see here now, if this was a 4 foot piece and you had to cut it down to 42 inch, you would certainly eliminate that first countersink that's there. And while that's aluminum, this part is aluminum, you can trim that relatively easily. This is steel, so cutting this will be a different task than cutting aluminum. So if you ordered a custom length, we'd not only cut it to length, but then give you that first countersink at the proper distance from the edge, but the proper center to center as well. You'll get a countersink like it is there, and you definitely will want that countersunk from the factory because there are flathead screws and you can't really tolerate anything sticking up above the top of the threshold cap or interlock threshold. Okay, not a big deal for us to provide that for you at all. Okay. The name Pemko is synonymous with all things weather stripping related, not only thresholds like this, but door sweeps, perimeter gasketing. Oh, and by the way, one advantage of this is that, like I said earlier, they're quite long lasting. The only thing that really breaks down is a hook strip, and these generally get unintentionally damaged. You might remove the door to paint it 10 years down the road, and then put the door down and kind of crush your hook strip. You can buy that separately. That's no problem. That's very inexpensive in terms of the material cost, and is available. So Pemko, full-line manufacturer of all things weather stripping related, thresholds, perimeter gasketing, door sweeps, material made of aluminum like this, stainless steel, architectural bronze. There's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up the full-line product catalog and review all things Pemko weather stripping related. If you have any questions on the Pemko, this is their number 101A threshold cap or interlocking threshold, or any other Pemko product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you very much.